One of the problems, just one of many problems about our prayer life and developing it, and I'm asked about this all over the place, is I just don't want to spend time in prayer. I'm ashamed to tell you that, but it's hard for me, except of course to ask for what I want to ask for. And I usually reply, who do you love in your family? Just tell me one person. And they tell me, do you want to spend time with them? Well, yes, of course. Why? Because they love me. Or just because they give you things and buy you things and look after you and make your life nice? No, because I love them. Your prayer life will never develop unless you love God. More and more and more. And how do we do that? By spending time with Him. When you grow up or you've grown up and you fall in love, what do you want to do with the person you fall in love? Spend time with them. Spend time with them. That will transform your prayer life. Well, I've tried that. I've tried, said this particular lady to me, spending time with God, but I just get impatient. I keep looking at my watch. Is my prayer time over? Good. I can get on with my life. And I said, then your problem is not loving God enough. Then the big question, how do I love Him more? I'm glad you asked. That will not only transform your life, your ministry to other people, your blessing to other people, it will transform your relationship with God. And you can't do it unless you spend personal, apart time with God. Well, I can talk to Him all day. You said that in one of your books. You can just talk to God all day and He talks to you. Yes, of course. If you get married, you don't just talk to your husband at breakfast. You talk to Him all day if you have the chance. But aren't there special times when you're in love that just you and He get together, you and she get together? And the more you get together, the more you find to love, and the more you love. So what's at the heart of this? I think it's, have you ever realized what it cost Jesus to die for you? Start and pray about that. Lord, I'm ashamed to have to pray about this. I obviously don't understand your sacrifice. Show me what it cost you to forgive me. Show me what my sin did to you. And the more you realize how much you've been forgiven, the more you love, and the more you'll want to pray, and the more your prayer life in every aspect will grow. It's a story in Luke, and it's the story of Jesus being with the Pharisees having a meal. The Pharisees are not pleased with Jesus. Don't even know why they asked Him to have a meal, but He's there. And into the room comes the sinner woman. Everybody knows who she is. She's a prostitute in the terms of what a prostitute was in Jesus' day. Not only does she come in uninvited, I assure you, to the Pharisee's house, she comes in with no eyes for anyone else. She's heard Jesus is there. She comes in and she washes His feet, which the Pharisees had omitted to do, which was an insult. If you didn't wash the feet of anybody who's been in the dust in their sandals, it's not saying we welcome you here, which is what that means, among other things. It's a deliberate omissions. She comes in and pours cream and stuff on His feet and anoints them with her tears, it says. And somebody, a Pharisee, says, well, if he was really a prophet, he'd know who was touching him like that. Oh, good heavens. And what a waste, and all of this stuff. And Jesus says, leave her alone. She loves me. She loves me. She loves me. She was even willing to risk goodness knows what, entering the house without being invited, and she being who she was. All that mattered was she loved Jesus because he had forgiven her, it says. The size of her forgiveness, all the filth and dirt and things I did to you, the reason that those nails on the cross were suffered for me. Thank you, Jesus. And all she wanted to do was spend time with her, even if she took a risk, which she did. She loved him. And Jesus said, she loves me much because she's been forgiven much. If you spend time with God and dare to say, show me what my sin did to you, and show me how much you love me because of what you've forgiven me, then you won't have any problem making time, just you and he, into his presence, beneath the praise of angels. Why wouldn't you want to run there? And Jesus and you, God himself and you, saying, this is how much I loved you. And your life will never be the same, and nor will your prayer life. I wrote a little poem about that. Maybe this would help. How can it be that I am loved by thee, Lord? The darkest death you died, amazing grace. How can it be that I am now invited to sit and listen here before your face? Knowing well the shadowed life I've lived, Lord, knowing well the depth of guilt and shame, how though you see all of my heart's dark chambers, how is it, knowing all of it, you came? You came and saved me from my sinful living. You knew so well my hardened unbelief. You set me free to know your forgiveness. You gave me inner healing, soul relief. Forgiven much, I am your chastened servant. In loving much, I give you back your due. In sweet surrender, find my lifelong purpose and know my life complete in serving you. That will happen. That's prayer. Try it.